Hi everyone, welcome back to Digital Kieran, and today we'll be talking about why photography is so important to me. So, the reason why it's so important to me is because it's something that I love doing. It's a hobby. And I go to college and I do this, that, and the other. But what I love to do the most is media and photography. I know how much it means to me. So, yeah. And the most important thing about photography is having time to do it. Over lockdown, in some cases or another, I haven't managed to do a lot of photography because of lockdown and COVID-19. Many people say they have done a bit of photography if they've done it mostly all the time. But since lockdown, I've been doing a little bit more. So I'll be looking at Photoshop, I'll be looking at Premiere Pro, and looking at all sorts of stuff. So I use DSLR for my photos, and I just love taking photos. And the really good reason that it keeps me, and then so important to me, it keeps my mind thinking. That is the reason why it's so important. So the next thing is I'm going to go a bit more into detail about kit. One piece of advice I would give, if it was my decision, is always spend more money on the lenses than that, and the body. You can get them. I must admit, bodies aren't cheap, but you can get it's not too expensive. And because I have some already at home, I use what I've got. And one piece of advice I will give you is always get out to do some photos. So it's so important that we do this. And it's sometimes even if it's a cold day where it's not raining at all, it looks nice and beautiful. Even if you are a photographer and don't feel like going out, still go out. Even if it means taking your camera out. Okay? And that's what it's so good point to get out and about, a good excuse. So if you want to ask any questions on how I got into photography, please put in the live chat. So also, how I got into photography. I did a competition and got some experience through my secondary school. Even though I didn't do a lesson or a class or some sort of course in photography, I got experience through some events I got offered to do. And to me, that was quite a full inspiration to do so. And it doesn't matter how hard you try, take any experience you've got. And for me personally, I had a lot of support, regardless. And it's so important to you. And sometimes photography and media or looking at even at nature helps the mental health. It's really good to do this. And I'll give you some tips now. Tip number 1 is have fun. The reason why we should have fun is it ain't fun when you're not having fun. And when you get into photography, you can have really good fun and you can spend hours and hours on it. Sometimes you spend an hour just on one flower or one area. And sometimes that's quite good. But going out and take photos isn't all. What I intend to do is go back home after going a day out and sitting on my iMac or laptop and edit them, Photoshop and stuff, Lightroom and stuff, those software. Or you can get free editing software. And it can be just quite good and stuff like that. So this can be quite important for me, and a good thing is if you take as many pictures, because you need to practice if you're looking at taking photos. Or I will tell you now, photography is one type of art. And if you check out my Instagram feed, they're all the ones I have taken in manual. So they're good ones to look at, and I have done it quite good over the years. And I didn't give up because I want to be a professional photographer in years to come. Photography is just something I just love doing, and something that I'll always love doing regardless. That's why I have this channel, and this is why I want to talk about things and advise people who want to do these sort of things. And so for people who want to have a go and ask me questions about my photography or want me to talk about a certain thing, it's not always hanging about a big camera or some sort of camera. You can even use a camera on your mobile phone nowadays, because cameras on phones are processing so much, you can just get a brilliant picture of your phone or a video with your phone if you like the latest stuff. I do take pictures of nature quite often. One of the questions I am going to cover today is, why do I take pictures of nature? One thing, I am practicing to get where I want to be. And second of all, I think it's a good idea to get the fresh air, and sometimes it's really nice to do that sort of stuff. And a lot of people will agree with me on that sort of thing. Nature's nice. So please look at the pictures and do please message me on YouTube or Instagram to say how they are. If you have a particular question, I'll try and do a video on that. Or if you want me to do stuff about tips on how to take photos, then that's also good. So I'm very interested in the media stuff, also photos and stuff like that, and I can really make a good conversation about it. So, does anyone have any questions? Please type in the live chat now. I'll come back to that in a minute. Learning how to edit photos is a really good thing to do if you're thinking about doing that for your. It's a good thing to do during. If you're not. I did a bit more than I used to when I was in lockdown previously. I'm still trying to learn some little bits. If it wasn't for lockdown, I wouldn't have learned as much as I could have. I used to do things. I still need to practice lots more. I don't mind demonstrating how to use certain tools on any software. You just have to let me know what that is. If it's on Paint.net or if it's on editing software on the phone, I'll happily do a video on that easily. So if you like this video, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.